Welcome to this week's edition of Craft Corner Kits to Go. This week we're going to make a paper spinner. This thing is kind of fun. You can make all kinds of designs with it when you flip it around in your hands, as long as you don't get too rough with it because it is made out of paper. And for this project, you're going to need some paper strips, which will be in your kit. You need 8 strips of paper in bright colors. And you're going to need this template that has some circles on it. And you're going to cut these out. And I have already done that. So I'm going to use these circles that I have cut out. You're going to need a hole punch, some glue dots, and a bamboo kitchen skewer. And we went in and cut the tips off of these so they're not sharp. So you'll need one of these. Okay, so to start out with, of course, you cut out your template and you end up with your circles here. And then you want to take your hole punch, and where I've made an X on it, you want to punch a hole in it. So you've got 3 of them that have an X on it that need a hole punched, and you have 1 that doesn't get a hole. Okay, so I've got these punched and cut out. So the first thing you want to do is take one of your circles with the hole and take your glue dots. And I'm going to try and make the glue dots go a little farther today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and stretch them like that, like they're a string. And I'm going to make a line above my circle. And then I'm going to take another one and stretch it. And I'm going to make a line on the other side of my circle. So I have a line there and a line there. And then I'm going to do the same thing again on the side. So what I'm actually making is a square of glue. So when I'm done with that first circle, it has a square of glue all the way around. Now I'm going to take my colors and I'm going to lay one right up against the hole. So it's not covering the hole, it's just up against the hole. And then opposite it, I'm going to take another color and I'm going to do the same thing. So now I have 2 colors opposite each other, and then I'm going to take the third color and I'm going to come out to the side like this, and the 4th color and come out to the side on the other side. So what you end up with is a circle with 4 colors coming out in a cross-shaped pattern. Now, next to this one, I'm going to lay the other of the same color. And next to the green, I'm going to lay the other green. What you're trying to do is make sure that everything is stuck to the circle. That's why we have extra glue sticking out. If it turns out that you don't have enough glue to make one of your extra colors stick, then by all means use another glue dot. But you end up with your circle with 4 pieces, or with 8 pieces sticking around it. And then I'm going to lay that down flat. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the first circle. I'm going to put glue dots all the way around so I'm stretching them so they go farther. So I'm putting glue on top of the ones that are glued to the circle. Ouch. One more. All right, hopefully you can see this. Now you have another square of glue around the circle. Okay, so we're going to lay that flat, and we're going to take another one of the circles with the hole in it, and we're going to lay that even and make it so that the hole matches up to the original hole. So now I have a circle on both sides of this, and it's kind of sandwiched in with a lot of glue. Okay, so now we're going to take our bamboo skewer, and you want to slide it up through from the bottom, okay, and lay this down flat, and then we're going to do the same thing, and we are going to bring the other piece of each strip up and glue them to this circle with a hole in it. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put glue in another square around the edges. And all right, I've got 4 pieces of glue stretched on this one. Looks like that. And I want to be able to have this be, let's see, it needs to be with the glue up, okay? Because we're going to take this and fold it up to it, and the one that's opposite is this one, and we're going to fold it up to it, and the one that's opposite here is the pink, and I'm going to fold it, and then I'm going to fold the green. Now I've left the hole, you can see the hole. Okay, so now I need to do those extra pieces like I've done with the others. I did mess up here. This needed to be a little bit further over, so I moved it. Okay, and I moved this one, and I'll move this one. So what you're going to end up with is all your pieces with a hole there. Now, we're going to get real tricky here, and we're going to put the top lid on it right there. So take some more glue dots and spread them on this one the same way, where you're pulling it and making it go farther. And then you're going to lay that on top of the one that you've got assembled there. So there's a hole here, but this one doesn't have a hole on it. This is the very tip top. So we want to attach that so it holds all of our pieces well. Now we need a piece of glue to hold our stick in that little hole right there. So I'm going to put a little piece of glue right there. And I kind of rolled that up a little bit so it fits in the hole. So you can see it. Then I'm going to take this skewer and push it on that glue. And kind of squish it in with your hand like this. And see, this part moves up and down when you twirl it. And this part needs to stay stationary. That's why the glue's there. So now you can take this and you can spin it, and it will, as the gravity pulls it, it goes out. So there you have it. You've got a paper spinner. So I hope this works for you, and I'll see you next week on Craft Corner Kits to Go.